Alright, so this video is pretty long overdue. It is about Warzone, it's not about cheating. So, yeah. I know that cheating is probably the hottest topic in that game. I think Warzone and cheating are like synonymous right now. A while ago I made a video on a future update that was supposed to come out for PS5, or a PS5 version of Warzone that ran at 120 FPS and gave you 120 FOV. And it's been a few months now since then, I think 2 or 3. And no, we did not get a PS5 version of Warzone, but within this season, I believe, we did get 120 FPS support for Warzone on PS5 this season. The Xbox Series X and Series S already had this, and everyone was wondering where the PS5 version was, or when we would get 120 FPS on PS5, and it is out. I still see people watching my other videos on the future update and FOV slider compared to PC. No, we didn't get a FOV slider, but at least we did get 120 FPS until who knows when. I think the number one priority for that game should just be cheating and getting rid of those people. A lot of people are just marking the game as unplayable, as they should, because the game is unplayable right now. So if you are playing this game, and I don't know, I think you can turn off crossplay. If you can turn off crossplay on console, then that'll probably give you a better chance of not running into cheaters, because you can't just download software to your console. Not that there won't be any cheaters. Like I mentioned, this update has been out for a while now. I just hadn't made a video on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go into the game, open the game up, and go into the PS5 settings and show you guys that in output information it does show you that you are playing at 120 hertz. I don't have a 120 hertz capture device in Elgato that actually lets me record in 120 and output it into 60. So I'm just going to show you with the camera. I mean, either way, you can't see 120 FPS on YouTube, even if I did capture and put it out like that. And there's no frame counter to actually show you guys that. The only way to really tell that you are in 120 hertz is by actually playing, or by going into your system information where it tells you how many hertz you're playing at. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So before you guys start asking me where's the PS5, don't show us PC gameplay. For those of you that are super nitpicky with proof and things like that, the PS5 is right over there. This is the monitor that I play on over here. I already have the game open. We're going to go ahead and go to HDMI 1. There we go. And I'm not using an EDID emulator. I am on a 2.0 HDMI port, by the way. Okay. No, controller. Let me take a seat here. Alright. So, it's already on my settings. You can see that it says we're at 1920 by 1080. And the game will do this by itself, as long as you have the proper settings and the rest of the PlayStation, which should be set to this. I'll just leave my screen right here. Resolution automatic, nothing 4K, no HDR. HDR is off, and you have to enable 120 hertz output down here. The only other option is to turn it off, so just leave it to automatic. And I believe there's one more thing here. Down here in save data, whatever this is over here, game presets. Make sure you're there. And this is if you haven't already set this up. Just showing you that mine is set up like this to performance mode. Your other options here are game default and resolution. Mine is set to performance. So yeah, just have that on performance. Have 120 hertz enabled. And Modern Warfare is right here. Let me actually go ahead and close the game. You'll see a black screen whenever you close it. That means we're going back to 60 hertz. And I've showed this before, but if this is your first time watching one of these videos of mine talking about hertz and frame rate and whatnot, if we go back to screen, before the game's actually open, this is at 60 hertz. So that's how you'll know that you're switching over to the higher refresh rate once you open the game. As long as you have all those settings I already showed, you should be getting this black screen right here, and you'll be at 120 hertz once the game is open. Actually, I think from this point forward, you'll be able to tell. And there you go, 120 hertz. Now, I know a lot of us wanted an FOV slider. There's no FOV slider, but trust me, 120 hertz, if you have the ability to play this way, is at least a step up from the 60 hertz. Much more playable, even without the FOV slider. Well, at least if you're on console. If you're on console and you want to avoid cheaters and you don't want to go against PC players, I think you could turn crossplay off, actually. Let me see. Literally, if you go to account and go to crossplay, you can turn it off. And you'll only match make with people using your current platform, which is great. If you're complaining about, oh, they have FOV slider, they have hacks or whatever, just turn it off and play against people playing on PlayStation. Alright, so I know some of you like to look for any way to say that a video is not true, or to say that we're tricking you or telling you things that aren't actually going on the screen. But this is 100% a PS5 controller, a PS5 console. This is the PS5 menu. And it is in 120 hertz. Some of you are like, how is it possible? There's no way. It's literally Modern Warfare or Warzone in 120 hertz on console. I have never actually played this mode, but this looks like it's straight out of Overwatch. Anyway, from in-game, as you guys saw, this is 100% PS5. I'm going to go ahead and pause. Menu. Right now we're still in the game in background. If we go to screen and video output information, 120 hertz, 1920 by 1080. I think you can do it in 4K. Not absolutely sure, maybe not. But you can definitely do it at 1920, 1080. So let's go back to the game. Like I said, there's no way for me to like screen record and show you guys like an actual clip of this that I'm playing in 120 hertz. And even if I could, you guys wouldn't be able to see it in that frame rate. But you can definitely tell once you're playing, and it looks really good. So if you're able to play this way, go ahead and do it. But yeah, 120 hertz, never played Payload. This game is full of cheaters. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. They just need to take care of those cheaters. Remember, turn off crossplay if you're on console. You won't face people with super FOVs, and you won't face as many cheaters. So that's Warzone in 120 hertz. I know it's been a while since I made one of these videos, but I still see to this day, even though I've made these videos like a few months back, a lot of you still want to see Warzone and are looking forward to seeing Warzone in 120 FPS with an FOV slider. This isn't the proper PS5 version. You guys probably can't see this, but actually you might be able to, but it says PS4 right there. If you go to, where is it? If you go to game version, the only other versions are all PS4 betas and alpha, whatever. There's no PS5 version. So we're still waiting for that. Maybe we'll get some high-res textures. Maybe we'll get some adaptive triggers update for the people that like that in this game. But for now, this is what we get. A boosted, higher frame rate experience on the PS4 version of Warzone, which is better than nothing. This was just a little update to those other videos because it's been a while and this has been out, but people are still watching my older videos before that 120 FPS was out for this game. Cold War also has 120 FPS. Cold War has FOV slider as well. So it's a matter of time before we get the full package, but for now, this is what we get. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Hopefully it enlightened some of you on what's going on with Warzone on PS5. If you don't have a PS5, that's how the game runs, or how you can expect it to run if you have the proper monitor. If you have any questions about monitors, 120 hertz outputs, whatever that the case may be, you guys can go ahead and comment. I could try to help you. I have a couple of videos on those as well. Is that everything? I think that's everything. There's still so much to talk about as far as what's going on in gaming. A lot of games got delayed. Still a lot to look forward to. There's games like Splitgate that have been really fun and things like that. But yeah, we'll save those topics and streams and all that for later videos. For anyone that watched this, thank you for watching. For anyone that's subscribed, thank you guys for subscribing. If you're not, make sure you guys subscribe for future content. If you like anything gaming, tech related, or entertainment, that's kind of the stuff we cover on this channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.